Hi everybody, welcome to the Tunisian Crochet World Podcast. I'm Barbara and I'm showing you my sign to my yarn shop. It's called Blossom Bloom Yarns. And today we are going to work on a new stitch. It is called X's and O's. And I'm showing you the swatch right now. And as you can see, it does have holes in it. That's where the O's are. And you'll see your little X's and O's. But it gives you this, hopefully the camera can pick it up. Let me see if I can do that. It has a little knitted stitch across here as you're going up with your X's. So it gives you a woven fabric feel to it. It's just beautiful. In the video, I'll show you a screenshot of my new dictionary. That's all for Tunisian crochet. And there's 3 new stitches in there. 3 free patterns, a design board, and a whole bunch of other stitches in there too. It's not a collection of all the stitches done in Tunisian. It's just some of my favorite ones, and I show you how to use them and how to combine them. And this is one of the stitches that I like. But there'll be 3 new stitches that I created. So hopefully you'll have fun and you can go see if you like to do those ones. And the patterns are all with the stitches that I created. Okay, for X's and O's, we're going to do our same swatch. We're going to chain 20, and we're going to pick up a stitch in each one, just like we do our normal. So into the hole, into the stitch, yarn over, pull up, into the stitch, yarn over, pull up, all the way to the end, just like you would normal. We're setting up our foundation row. And we're going to do our regular return pass. Yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 2, all the way across. Clear to the end. So we're just yarning over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to continue that to the end. Alright, now that we have our chain of 20, our sample of 20, and we have our foundation row, what we're going to do is start doing our X's and O pattern. Okay. Now, the X pattern is a simple Tunisian stitch, which everybody knows how to do. We just go inside the bar, yarn over and pull up. So the technique O is we're going to skip this first bar right here, and we're going to do our X stitch in that. So we're going to insert the hook under the bar, yarn over, pull up. Simple Tunisian stitch. Now we're going to go back to the one that we missed and do a simple Tunisian stitch. Insert the hook under the bar, yarn over, pull up. Okay. Now, that's how we do the next stitch all the way through. But the first stitch doesn't get a yarn over. And the yarn over is the O. So now we're going to do our yarn over. So we're going to yarn over. And now we're going to prepare to do our X stitch. So we're going to skip this bar, and we're going to go under this bar and do a simple Tunisian stitch. And then we're going to go back to the bar we skipped and do a simple Tunisian. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up. Now you'll see that we have an O and an X. You'll see they're grouped in a series of 3. You do that all the way to the end. So we're going to do our yarn over for our O, skip that stitch, go into this one, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up. Going to go back to the first one we skipped, insert hook, yarn over, pull up. Simple Tunisian stitch done. 2 sets of X's and O's. Now here we're going to do our O, so we're going to yarn over. We're going to skip that bar and go to this one, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up, go back to the one we skipped, insert the bar, yarn over, pull up, our O and our X. yarn over for our O, skip that bar, go under this bar, yarn over, pull up, simple Tunisian stitch. Go back to the one we missed, insert the hook under the bar, yarn over, pull up. We have our O and our X. We're going to continue on. We're going to make our O with a yarn over, skip this bar, go into this bar, insert the hook, yarn over and pull up. Simple Tunisian stitch completed. Go back to the one we skipped, insert the hook under the bar, yarn over, pull up, simple Tunisian completed. Our O and our X. Continue that to the end and I'll show you how to do a return. Alright, now that we're at the end, we have our last stitch. We're going to go into our last stitch as normal. We're going to go into what we call the sideward chain right there. We have the loops in the loop, and we're going to go in there with our hook, yarn over and pull up. Now we want to make sure we get both of those loops, because guess what? If not, we get a hole. We don't want a hole at the end. Now we're going to do a regular return pass. There's nothing different other than you're going to just do a regular one. So you're going to yarn over and pull through one, yarn over and pull through two. Just be careful not to drop your yarn overs because they are considered a loop, because they are a stitch in our X's and O's. So we want to make sure we don't drop them. And we're going to continue that to the end. Okay. Now you see how it looks. Our X's and our O's. Now when you do the next row, all these will all line up straight. And as you can see in my swatch, there's all of our X's going up. Now this does have some stretch, as you can see, so that is good that it can stretch. It blocks out really nicely too. The only yarn that I haven't seen to get it to work is fuzzy yarn. But most of this one is a 2, and this one is Studio Classic by Nicole, and it's a 4. So you'll see the difference between the two. Try to show you the pictures. And that's about it. Now the next one we'll do the same thing. We're going to start off the same row as always with no yarn over, because that side we don't want a hole here, because if you want to seam this piece to another piece, you don't want to have a hole. You want to have a thicker edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip that first stitch. We're going to put a simple Tunisian stitch into the first one, and then we're going to go back to that first one that we skipped and do the same thing. And now we're going to start our O's. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to skip the first bar. Now you know that this is a yarn over because it's slanting, so you do not want to go into the slants, only the two verticals. So we're going to skip that first vertical, and we're going to go into here and do a simple Tunisian stitch, and we're going to go into the bar we missed, and we're going to do the same thing. Back to the same thing. As you can see, our pattern of 3. So we're going to do our O, ignore the slant because that is our O from the previous. We're going to skip the vertical bar, go into the second vertical bar, insert hook, yarn over, pull up, Tunisian simple stitch complete. Go back to our vertical bar and do the same thing. And there we go. And pull it down like this, you can see. See the stitches are lining up, making that set. And we continue. And that's all it takes to do the X's and O's in Tunisian crochet. Well, I hope you like this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye from Barbara.